Hello, you guys. What's up? How are you? It's your girl, Kayla. I realize my skin matches the background. Oh my gosh. This is what you get when you're brown skin and you're like in the dark lighting. Anyways, distracted. Before we get into the video, I just want to do a little disclaimer. First off, this beautiful thing right here is what I use to edit my videos. Because of that, I can only get 15 minutes worth of content in each video. And this video that I have filmed, total of 99 minutes. Obviously, I cut it down. But because of that, there's multiple videos. I haven't fully finished editing it, but I'm just really eager to get it out. Not in a sloppy way, but I'm ready to get it out. And so I just want to let you guys know that. And I've also realized with each video, there's kind of like a different theme. And you guys will see if you stick through the whole thing. My dear friend Annie and I, who I collabed with this video, you'll get to see the different specifics that the video is on. Such as the first video, this one, it's more of an introductory to Annie and I was gonna cut it out, the whole introductory to Annie and I, but to me, I don't want to, because I want to keep in as much raw and authentic footage as I can. Especially with this video topic, specifically talking about losses. I just wanted to let you guys know that, just a heads up. If you are willing or wanting to watch all of them, then just stay tuned and just watch the videos. So this series, like I said in my video before, 2 videos ago, I really just wanted to get the word out. I hope you guys enjoy. Open your minds, open your hearts to Annie and our experiences, our story times, and lessons that we have learned when it comes to losing a loved one or experiencing trauma or death into our lives. I love you guys. Thank you. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's me, it's Kayla, and today I have my first and special guest, dear friend, homie G, old manager, mentor, all of the labels. Yes, I look up to you that much.
When you edit it, just put all of those names like.
I wish that's everything.
You can do that.
Yeah, I'm not a pro though, editor.
I'll figure it out for you.
Little introductory. We both worked at a care home. I worked there for about 3 years. She was there for 5. We just talked about that. She was there for 5 years. And it was 2015. Yeah, in 2015. She was the manager, and we worked in a care home for individuals with disabilities, and we were in a house with ladies, and being with those ladies, they're our family. And so basically everyone, coworkers and the ladies there, we all just became family, and that's just how Annie and I came to know each other. We've had quite adventures, and we've come to realize that we have gone through a lot together. And not just like...
Not even together.
But
just
yeah, like we've gone through a lot in our own lives that what we have gone through individually has brought us closer, because there are things that we could relate to, or especially me. I'm not going to talk on her behalf, but especially with me, there are things that she's gone through that I didn't really have anyone else that have gone through things like that. And so I just felt a lot deeper connection with you in that way. So
the car ride.
All
takes me back to that car ride.
What car ride?
We were at work, and we took our ladies out for a drive. And the whole time, so we went around that bend in Hiram.
Okay.
With the lake and stuff, or the dam or whatever. And we kind of just had this heart to heart, and we weren't really that close yet. And Kayla was like, I've never told anybody this, or no one's really understood this. And we just started talking about our past, and you talked about your mom and all of that stuff. And I think that it was then that I was like, oh shoot, she's an actual person.
I love that.
She doesn't just work with me.
I love that. Okay, anyway, so going back, we've had things that we connected on, which brings us to this video, because there is a topic, something that I felt in my heart that I have been wanting to share for the past, honestly, ever since I went through it. But this past couple years, I've been talking about in my past videos or to Instagram or just friend stuff, we all have a voice. We have the right to share our lives and what we've gone through, and just to discuss, to let people know that you guys are not alone in what you've gone through, and neither are we. And I'm very grateful to have Annie in my life. And so the topic that we want to talk about is losses. And what I mean by that is dealing with a loss, those who have gone through losing a loved one in their life. I have come to realize, I was talking to a friend about it, I feel like, also real quick, we brought our teas and drinks, so get a drink 20 minutes later. Get your drink out now. Stay tuned.
Time.
Mm-hmm.
Sort of.
Tea and Dr. Pepper time. We love that. So sit back, relax. This is just like a raw, truthful video, guys. We have nothing planned. We have no idea what's gonna come out. We can only pray that the Lord in the universe just has our backs with what's gonna come out of our mouths, because probably gonna start crying anytime.
Yeah.
No, but I feel like something that I've noticed is when you talk about losing someone, we're talking about, you know, death. It's a very taboo topic where it's like, you don't talk about that. It's too sacred to talk about that. It's too deep, or the wounds are not open yet to talk about, or it's scary.
It's the sensitivity thing. Like, it's too sensitive. And especially with people that, like, have just gone through something, the last thing they want to do is talk about it.
Yeah.
And so to hear people talk about it, sometimes it's, like, desensitizing. And it's like, you are being insensitive right now to what I feel. But it's like, they were there where you are now. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
And so it's like,
100%.
I think that's why a lot of people don't really talk about loss.
Yeah.
They all just kind of let you figure it out on your own.
Exactly. And see, and you bring that, and that can go to a whole other topic, is this world, this life is, so many times we think that we're on our own. That's like, no one else is going to help me through. So I got to do it all myself. I got to figure out how to do it all myself, which, yes, you can.
To an extent.
Exactly. And you grow a lot from it. But also, like me reaching out to Annie, because to be honest, I was scared to, like, at first, I was nervous talking to her about this, because she was just recently celebrating an anniversary of a dear, dear, dear close loved one to her.
You know what word I like? Angelversary. My sister said that. She was like, it's Bubba's angelversary. And I was like, okay, that makes it a little less, like, celebratory, I guess.
I love that. That's a good word. Yeah, she was just celebrating her angelversary, like, last week. And we were talking a lot. And all of a sudden, it just hit me. I'm like, wait. Let's get this out.
Oh my God, I have an idea.
Yeah, I had an idea. And I was like, a part of me was like, is this too soon to talk to her about? Is this scary? Is she gonna, like, think that I'm, like, again, being insensitive to want to talk about this? But I'm like, really? I know Annie.
She's me. Let's be honest.
She has a voice. This woman is such a warrior. I can't, which is why I'm so honored to do this video with you. But really, I'm not saying I don't know anyone else, but Annie really is someone that I've known that we have both had some pretty close losses. And so, for a heads up, for me, there are going to be two individuals that I'm going to talk about that I've experienced when it comes to a loss. My mother. I lost my mother when I was 17 years old to leukemia cancer. And then B, and this one is, again, how interesting, is one of our individuals from our care home that we worked. So Annie and I actually both know this lady. I was with her for 3 years of my life. Saw her every day, helped take care of her. We were family, we were friends. She was everything to me. And so that one was unexpected. And so because of that, it was a whole other type of loss that I went through. To me, kind of traumatic, just with how that whole morning, how the whole just thing went down.
Yeah.
And so to me, that's two different types of losses and grieving. Is one where you've had time to plan and prepare as much as you could when it comes to my mother passing away, from being from hospitals to hospice to just like slowly letting it happen, to another loss of
it just happened.
Just getting a phone call and like, what? So those are really who I'm going to talk about when I'm talking about my story. I don't know if you want to say anything or...
I might just kind of like touch on each, because I feel like they are all important in their own like situations, in their own ways, but I mean, I won't talk about all of them because like I could count on more than two hands the closeness of like death that I've had, like literally within the last 6 years. So And that's a lot. That's almost too much.
Yeah.
That is too much. One is too much. Let's be honest. So I probably won't go like in detail with like each of them, just for the sake of time.
Yeah.
But I feel like all of my feelings were tied together.
Wow.
So we'll see. I'm a ranter, so this might be.
That's fine.
A little
No
much.
worries. We're here to be real. We're here to be us. So the first thing, okay, this will be my first. If you can remember, your very first loss of that person
That I like remember and care.
that you really can remember
Okay.
going through it. Do you feel like you went through stages of grief, stages of doubt, stages of shock? Did you become mad at the world? Did you become mad at yourself?
No.
How do you feel like it changed and grew you?
I want to say I was 10. Just like a super quick backstory. I grew up in Roy, Utah, and I lived there until I was 10, and we moved up to Logan, Utah. And one of my really, really good friends had still lived in Roy, and she was riding her bike home from school, and she got hit by a car. And so she passed away. And so I was, 10 years old. I feel like that was the first one that like someone told me, hey, this person is dead. They're no longer here. Like, so my sister had told me, I could see, so it was both of my sisters. Carrie was on her bed. She had babysat Megan for years and was so close to her and her like sisters that I was really good friends with. She like lost it. And I just remember her like crying on the bed, and she was like screaming into her pillow. And my sister Laura is like, Megan didn't make it. And I was like dumbfounded, because that's like the first time that someone's ever told me that someone was dead.
Yeah.
So I just like sat there, and my sister's like, Annie, like she's dead. Like she's not here anymore. And I like stood there in silence, and she was like, hello, Annie, like get it through your head. And it just like, I feel like I went through a lot of like, I don't even want to say it was denial, because I went to her funeral. I remember what she looked like. I remember everything. I even remember where her bruises were. Like it is like imprinted in my brain. And I don't think that I ever went through a denial, but I think because it happened so young, maybe I just like, my body couldn't handle those steps. You know what I mean? So as far as the first death goes, I think I just cried a lot, like through the years. Once I finally like got a little bit older, and I was like, I would talk about her, and then it would like make me cry. And then they had her story on the news, and my sister had recorded it, and I used to watch that tape on repeat. And I still don't even know why. It wasn't like I wanted to watch it. It's like I had to. And it was like this feeling like I would go into Carrie's room and I'd be like, let's watch it. And we would just watch it. And I'd bawl my eyes out. She'd cry, and then we'd watch it tomorrow. Like it's just a thing.
And how long an ongoing process did that happen for?
I want to say at least the first year. I don't remember much of it after that. I think that like I started like, a child growing into like other things, and I think that I just kind of grew out of watching the video. But I don't know, that's kind of how I processed the whole death. And then thank God I didn't have another death until I was 14.
So from then on, what examilarities have you noticed throughout each death and each loss that you experience?
I'm always shocked.
You're always shocked.
I'm always shocked. It doesn't matter if like I already like knew that they were gonna die. I'm always like stunned.
I definitely saw that.
Like
with
our
lady.
Yeah, I mean by the
shocked.
time Jen came up, I just sat there, and I didn't feel sad. I didn't feel upset. I didn't feel happy.
Oh,
was completely, my system had shut down completely. And I was just like, huh. Like, I didn't know what to do. I didn't know who to talk to. I didn't know who to call. When I called all of the staff, I was just like, yeah, so
good.
Jen passed away this morning. And then like, you know, like a lot of people just cried.